Okay guys, I'm here today with my husband Daniel, and we're going to do an interview style video and just ask some questions about what it's like from the husband's perspective and also from the spender's perspective, and just do this kind of little bonus video interview for you guys today. I think that one of the things that helped you learn to be patient was when we did sit down and make that goals sheet in the beginning of doing our budget, or a couple months into doing our budget actually. But because I feel like the first like 3 or 4 months I kind of was doing the budget by myself, and then when we decided to kind of sit down and plan out that very first goal sheet, and when you saw, which is now our Suburban that's paid for in cash, and now our boat that's paid for in cash, those were like our first things after our debt was paid off. And I think like seeing that when it said spring 2017 for a boat, even though at the time it was almost 3 years away, it was like you could, focus.
Yeah, that's the other thing that really had me be patient too, was us sitting down and writing out that goal sheet. Mm-hmm. I mean, when you put it on paper and you look at it realistically, it's really not that bad. I mean, it's so you got to wait an extra year or 2 or 3. The thing that you want is still going to be there. Mm-hmm. Maybe even by the time you get...
It'll be cheaper.
It'll be cheaper. Or maybe by the time you get to where you want to be to actually buy the thing you want, something better might come along. Mm-hmm. It's mental.
Yeah.
It's really mental. Mm-hmm. And it's...
I think a lot of the success of our goal sheet was that we did sit down and do it together, and that we took both people's goals into mind. And it was kind of like after our debt was paid off, like we had this big chunk of time that was going to just take us to pay our debt off. And then it was like my vehicle was first, mostly just because we just needed a second vehicle because we had so many kids by then that, but it was kind of for me. And then it was kind of your turn, even though the boat's kind of for the family also, but that was kind of your dream. And so what we kind of decided to do was like take turns, and not that we're trying to like keep it fair and like, play that game anymore, but it was more of just like, there's things for both of us on that goal sheet. And, so I think just planning it out together was really important, and making sure that it was a shared effort in that goal sheet. There's a quote that you don't buy things with money, you buy them with hours of your life. And I think that really changed my mindset on spending, because we do spend so much time away from each other when you're at work, and things like that. And even families who, the husband doesn't work, out of state or anything, but still, you spend 8 hours of your day away from your family. Like that's time you could be spending as a couple or with your kids, or you don't buy things with money, you buy them with hours of your life. And I don't really have a question for this part, but just kind of like, what's your take on that? What, because you're the one that has to stay gone from the family, and just like, the fact that you don't want to kind of do that forever, and how did that change your thinking on it also?
I mean, it's like you said, it's hours of your life.
Yeah.
I go back a little bit to when I first got this job and started making the money that I'm making.
Yeah.
Coming home and just basically purchase after purchase, just money going out the window.
But it kind of made all that time that we spent away from each other for nothing.
For nothing, because we didn't have anything to show for it.
Yeah.
And that was valuable time
that we could have spent together.
Yeah.
And we could have been spending, with our kids and things like that. And I think that was just like kind of a huge mind shift for me, was that, we're wasting our life if we're wasting this money. And it's like, to put it in terms like, if you make $60,000 a year and you go and buy a $60,000 vehicle, you've spent an entire solid year of your life working just for that vehicle. Right. And it's like something that could be gone in a matter of seconds, like if you were to crash it, total it, or whatever.
Right.
And that, if you make $10 an hour and then you go like drive through Chick-fil-A and get like a $10 lunch. Like you work for an entire hour just to eat like a 2-minute meal. Yeah. Like that's really wasteful of your life. And I think it just like changing that to, if we're going to spend this time away from each other, it's going to be for something. We're going to have something to show for it.
Yeah, exactly. You need to have something to show for it.
Yeah. A lot of other wives feel this way about their husbands. Like, of course, you know, you adore your husband and you're appreciative of all of his hard work. And you want to kind of like reward him for his hard work. And you feel guilty to say, no, you can't have that because you do work really hard for the money.
Feeling like you deserve everything. I mean, it's not a bad thing, especially, you know, if you're a hard worker. You've most definitely earned the right to things. But you also have to keep in mind that you also deserve a great future, mm-hmm. not just for yourself, but you know, for your wife, for your kids. Mm-hmm. Because if you have that, well, I work hard, I deserve everything right now mentality. Mm-hmm. You have to. Basically, you have to stop being closed-minded and see what you're really doing. You're hurting yourself. You're hurting your family. Mm-hmm. Because that I work hard, I deserve everything right now is setting you up for some really bad stuff in the future, because you're not going to have anything to show for yourself in the future. You just...
Right. And I think that it's changing your mindset from the here and now and like broadening your horizons.
Yeah. And you deserve a good retirement.
Yeah.
You deserve to be able to retire and do whatever you want because you can afford it. You can do it.
And even like not just retirement, but like when you spend those few years like us, it hasn't even been a solid 3 years of getting out of debt.
Yeah, exactly.
And we were like really, really in debt, probably more than most people, but it's only a few years of sacrifice, and it's not even looking forward. I mean, it's looking forward to retirement, of course, but it's that now that we're past those few years of really hard sacrifice, now we can budget in some fun.
Right.
Now we can budget in a boat. Now we can budget in
it doesn't hurt as
awesome
much.
Trips.
And it doesn't hurt as much.
Yeah.
And it's not even really, it's sacrifice is... I think a little harsh of a word.
Yeah.
It's dramatic.
Yeah.
Is more like it. You're being dramatic.
Yeah.
Stop it.
Yeah.
Because you're not doing without. You don't need that new truck right now. You don't need that new boat right now. You know, it's stop being dramatic and, mm-hmm. and get over yourself. Yeah, you work hard and you deserve everything, but be smart about it. Don't be stupid. Be smart about it. And it took me. Now, I can say that because I've done it.
Yeah.
It took me a really long time to realize that. And I'm glad that I came around now, because I sure as hell didn't want to be 50 years old, 55 years old, mm-hmm. and just now thinking about being smart about it, because I'm sorry, by then it's too late.
Yeah, it's
too late.
And I think it's just going from that mindset of, like, you deserve, like, you get so, like, in your bubble about what you deserve, and you think so short term. And I think what we think we deserve is like weekends with our friends, like spending tons of money and like new clothes and like grabbing dinner out all the time. And like what you deserve is so much bigger than that. Like you do deserve things for working hard because you do work hard. But what you deserve is like bigger than that. And like if you just kind of give up like the frivolous things, then you got like the big things. And I think what a lot of people don't realize is like you don't deserve the stress that comes with overspending. You don't deserve mm-hmm. the debt. You don't deserve the wasteful spending. Right. You deserve the good stuff. Yep. And I think like that sacrifice, we were talking about sacrifice, that it's not really like a sacrifice because you're not really doing, you're doing without frivolous things. Yeah. You're not doing without food. You're not doing without shelter. Yep. You're not, you know, you're not going like with no clothes. You're just controlling it.
What you're doing is you're getting rid of that child mentality on the toy aisle in Walmart.
Yeah, throwing a
hissy fit because you can't get what you want right now. Mm-hmm. Yeah, get over that.
Yeah.
Quit being stupid and start being smart.
What you really deserve is a comfortable retirement and a good savings account and a secure future for your family and experiences and things like that.
Exactly.
Hey guys, did you enjoy this video? Want to watch the entire 34-minute interview? Join my budgeting course, Your Sunny Money Method, today to enjoy the full-length interview, plus 30 budgeting lessons, monthly group coaching, and more. The full-length interview includes my money versus our money, being patient, working with no end in sight, retiring comfortably, a man's pride, and I wish I would have listened. But you don't have to take my word for it. Allie from financiallyfocused.com says, my absolute favorite part of the course is the interview with her husband. I honestly would have paid the cost of this course just for that interview. So if you're interested in joining my full budgeting course, Your Sunny Money Method, learn more at the link in the description.
Hold on. Stop.
What is wrong with you?
This is really hard to do with somebody else.